Please join me in congratulating 2023 Kia World Class New Zealand Supreme winner, Dr. Maia Nuku.
Mai kake mai tū mea mana ki uta, ku mea Ngai Tai e, ku mea tainui e, ku mea tōrere nui a rua e tau nei hi.
He kākanoa hau I ruia mai I rangi Atea. Karanga te pō, karanga te ao. Karanga te ahi kā o tēnei kainga Ngāti Whātua o Rākei, ngā uri o Tūperiri, tēnā koutou. Anei a tōrere nui arua, anei a Ngai Tai, anei te tai rāwhiti, tihei mauri ora. Ka nui te mihi atu ki a koutou I runga I ngā āhuatanga o te wā. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e aku rau rangatira. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Wow. Thank you, firstly, to the organisers of this fabulous evening, our care hosts, and the team on the ground who have made this evening possible, the Ringa Wera. I appreciate the tremendous network of support that Kia creates globally. I recall Kia making contact with me within weeks of my arrival to New York, inviting me to join the network and showing me the possibilities that arise from belonging to this dynamic community of New Zealanders who live and work overseas. I'm always uplifted by the energy and enthusiasm of Kia for the projects I undertake and for the incredible connections that you are building. I'd like to thank Auckland University, Waipapa Tau Matarau, who sponsor this award, and acknowledge you, Vice-Chancellor Professor Freshwater, for your generous words and the vision, integrity and leadership you bring to your role at this world-class university. It's a privilege to be connected to Auckland University, and I look forward to our partnership this year as part of the Kia Award that you have sponsored. The role of a curator is multifaceted, but it's strongly grounded in a network of colleagues committed to evolving the ways in which Pacific research and scholarship are carried forward as we look to the past as a way to inform our collective futures. I was thrilled that Dame Professor Anne Salmond and Lealihi Whano, Dr. Albert Refiti in the School of Art and Design at AUT were gracious enough to respond to the news of my award. Their innovative research on cross-cultural histories and the indigenous potential of spatial and cosmological design, architecture, and the environment in the Pacific have long been an inspiration to me and others. They continue to be critical mentors for a young generation of artists, scholars, and practitioners coming through our field. And it's an absolute pleasure to work with them and alongside them, and I thank them both for their ongoing contributions to this mahi, this work. In 2025, we will unveil exciting new galleries for oceanic art at the Met, and I invite you all to visit. It's going to be an almost 10-year project, actually. It was 2015 when we went into a kind of retreat to start reimagining these galleries, and we will open 10 years later, and that's called Museum Time. Things go slow, but we do move forward. And the galleries will represent art of the past 4 centuries alongside new contemporary work from across Oceania, celebrating indigenous narratives in an exciting new architectural space. Collections of oceanic art held in museums around the world are an important archive of indigenous knowledge and so much more. In June of this year, 130 highlights of the Met's Oceanic Art Collection went on display in Shanghai at the Museum of Art in Pudong, and you would have seen photos of that in that short film, where they were visited by over, we've just got the numbers through, 230,500 people in 10 weeks. These taonga will travel in the next few weeks to the National Museum of Qatar in Doha, the second venue of our international touring exhibition, The Shape of Time, Art and Ancestors of Oceania, from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So you might say oceanic art is having its moment, and it certainly is. Tangata ole moana, saltwater peoples, are finally being appreciated for the expansive ways that they think and operate in the world, for the art they create, which literally brims and overflows with boldness, vigor, and agency. As an international platform for art, I hope our new galleries in New York, Te Aporo Nui, will serve as a place for active and dynamic encounters with each other, where we can begin to figure out the fracture, the pain, and complexity of colonial histories, where we can celebrate the deep and profound relationships Pacific peoples share with ancestral and natural worlds. It's these relationships that are the source and foundation of art from the region, from the Pacific, from this extraordinary part of the world, a place of which we are all so proud. Our shared goal in New York is to have a place where we can celebrate our Maori and Pacific stories and honor them with the global attention they deserve. So I'd like to accept this award on behalf of all the incredible Oceania artists, past, present, and future, who create ongoing legacies for our current generation through their skills and knowledge, their vision and ingenuity. I get to celebrate their creative power and agency every day, and it's a privilege for me to be able to acknowledge them this evening with all of you. And I'm honored to hold space in the museum for our artists, both from the past, and I look forward to continuing to nurture and support the creative cultural practice of our contemporary artists. Finally, to my Ngai Tai relations here and down the coast, to my mother and father, Jeffrey and Esther Kerr-Jessup, who raised my brothers and I 12,000 miles from here, but instilled in us a sense of place, a sense of whānau, and our sense of home. E te whānau whānui o Rānana, many of whom are here tonight, tēnā koutou katoa, and thank you. We lift each other up, and I am humbled by your support and the connections we share that override distance and time. E hara taku toa e te toa takitahi, engari he toa takitini. My strength is not the work of one individual, but that of many. We are all shifting coordinates in the kaleidoscope that is Oceania. Thank you so much.
Meke meke ana e,
mama